1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Hello, I'm Dr. Lotus King Weiss at the Whole Elephant Institute. Today, we are here in the 25 school district, and we're doing a community outreach for the Whole Elephant Chinese Charter School. And this is our nonprofit organization called the Whole Elephant Institute, with the contact number and also our website. Okay, in my hand, I'm holding a bookmark, and this bookmark says "Fa Len Dafa" is good. Okay, in Chinese it says "Fa Lun Da Fa Hao." Say it again. "Fa Lun Da Fa Hao." "Fa Len Dafa" is good. Okay. The message also contains 3 words on the top: truthfulness, compassion, forbearance. 真善忍 is good. Truthfulness, compassion, forbearance is good. In Chinese, 真善忍好. Okay. Today I'm going to introduce 9 very powerful Chinese characters to our community people. The first 5 character is 法轮大法好. Then 真善忍好. Why I'm introducing these 9 Chinese characters today to our community members? It is because there are so many people these days are living in fear. And everybody, if we walk in the community, we all see wearing masks. Okay. When we walk towards somebody, we try to stay certain distance. And many old people who has immunocompromised condition, they hide in their home. For almost the entire year, they're not coming out at all, because they have been told that if they want to stay alive, if they are immune compromised people, they cannot go outside of the door and be exposed to the dangerous element called the COVID-19 virus. There are a lot of questions right now in people's mind. A lot of people heard all kinds of things in the news, and people starting to be very confused. Okay. And because you also see quite a lot of news report, even about the origin of the COVID-19 virus called, right? Even about the virus origin. The world leading experts, the best scientific journals like Nature, the most famous, top-notch science journal Nature. Many famous scientists come out and made a firm statement that this virus is naturally occurred virus, and it's definitely a conspiracy theory to say that the virus is a possible laboratory product. Okay. Dr. Anthony Fauci, and the Facebook and the Twitter, they all ban, this so-called conspiracy theory of the laboratory leak theory of the origin of the virus. That's what last year we hear on the news. Now recently in May, suddenly everything went upside down. So many news now, one day after another, throughout the month of May, you're starting to see those same people, same journal, same media outlet. They are actually talking about something totally the opposite, which they before said is absolutely banned. Conspiracy theory that's damaging to the world, dangerous theory. Now they say it is definitely a most likely truth. Okay, so a lot of people will get confused. And I do believe that the Whole Elephant Institute want to come out and to tell people, our view. Because we've been following this whole thing very, very carefully with a team of leading experts in the most frontier life science, modern life science. And also we uniquely have a large group of experts of the traditional Chinese culture. We have experts actually are persecuted, not just started from last year by standing up for truth, but have been persecuted for 21 years when we stand up for the truth of Falun Dafa. Okay. And what is Falun Dafa? People will say, quite a lot of people already heard about different aspects of Falun Dafa. A lot of American people, when they read about the news, if they follow the mainstream of news, ever since 1999, they start to suddenly get contact with this term called Falun Gong, Falun Gong. Okay, they know about Falun Gong through Chinese government. The Chinese government released out information about what Chinese government label Falun Gong is. And the Chinese government, the top leader Jiang Zemin labeled Falun Gong as evil cult. So on July 20th, 1999, Jiang Zemin actually, one person, dictated the entire Chinese government and used 1/4 of Chinese nation's national income, top down, all levels, to label Falun Gong as evil cult, and started to treat the Falun Gong practitioners as criminals. And Jiang Zemin ordered that as long as they don't give up the practice of Falun Gong, then these people can be subjected to such treatment called make them disrupt their reputation, make them financially bankrupt, and then eliminate them physically. So it's a history of genocide towards 100 million Chinese people. Inside of China, ever since 1992, May 13th, Mr. Li Hongzhi started to introduce this ancient practice of mind, body, and spirit to help people to learn principles, fundamental principles of how a person can elevate spirit. What is the way? That's the Chinese people for 5,000 years always know about a word called Tao. Tao means the way. Tao means the truth. Tao means the law of the universe. Falun Gong actually was introduced to the Chinese general public in 1999, started May 13th. It is about 5 sets of beautiful slow motion exercise and meditation, and a book called Zhuan Falun, Turning the Law Wheel. Basically contains the guidance for people to understand, how human spirit can elevate through disciplined practice, and also basically a way of life. Okay, it's not a religion. It's not some kind of doctrine, and there is no membership. There is no membership fee. There is no church. There is no leader, and you can practice anytime you want. You can stop practicing anytime you want. There is nobody to force you to do anything. All the teachings and the method of working on yourself is really about how you work on yourself, following the principles, following the law of the universe. And all the information is open to the general public, and it's all free of charge. It's all on the website called www.falundafa.org. So anyone want to learn about Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, the truth of it? So simple. Go to the website. Open the website. You will see all the language selections all over the world. Whichever language you're most comfortable about, and enter that, and you will be able to have access to all the teaching materials. Of course, the most comprehensive website is in English language and the Chinese language, because most of the teachings, the books actually all translated into English already from Chinese. Original teaching is in Chinese. So such a simple, beautiful practice, helping people to gain complete health of mind, body, and spirit validated by over 100 million Falun Dafa practitioners in China and now spread all over the world, okay? But 21 years ago, Chinese Communist government labeled this as evil cult and get the information out from China and spread all over the world, making all the leaders of the international leaders to silence themselves. Why? Because they will very soon realize that if they don't compromise with the Chinese government, they cannot go do trade with Chinese people. They cannot go, enter China to do business. It's about the money, okay? It's about power. So many people actually, due to that, they got silenced, and then they no longer to speak the truth. But guess what? When people turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to the truth, Jiang Zemin started something that now leading to today's result about the origin of the virus. 21 years ago, Jiang Zemin was in power. His power gains continued to be in charge of China. Wuhan Virology Research Institute is Jiang Zemin's son's power domain. And they played with the SARS virus backbone. They manipulated the DNA, and then they make the SARS virus backbone encoded the DNA that can make the spike of the virus like a magnet that attack the human body. Okay, so this is kind of the truth now starting to come out. It takes a long time for this truth to come out. Why last year we cannot hear it? Why now we can hear it? We can investigate into it. So I just want to say and conclude that today, thanks to Mr. San Diego coming to help me to do this wonderful program and filming this, because we already had a nice conversation prior to this, I decided to summarize it. Okay, just want to say that this teaching contains wisdom for humanity to be able to exit the current pandemic. I'm 100% confident in it. Scientifically, it's validated. When people's minds are strong and they align themselves to the law of the universe and they recite these 9 powerful words, even when they got a fever, they started to be able to recover. When they have, already respiratory distress syndrome, they start to recover. This is a scientific validation that our human body is not a molecular machine, okay? It is actually a universe, and our spirit is the God of our universe. If our spirit leads, our body follows. So this is one thing I want to say. Recite these 9 character true words every day to stay strong and healthy. And I send my best wishes. Again, 法轮大法好，真善人好。Thank you, San Diego. That's good.